But I like the aesthetic, man. It's like very like juicy.
So let me tell you.
Yeah.
I think you'll enjoy it because you know what it is. You know how in RimWorld, the point of like your defense was to build like a maze that kills everybody before they even get to your base.
Hmm.
That's basically what you do here. Like you try to construct like a mousetrap type situation so that you can manually like attack the guys, but at the orcs I should say. But at the same time, you're trying to construct a maze so you like use a flipper to flip them over the bridge into the lava, or they have to like walk through like a labyrinth of acid or something like that. It's a lot of fun.
Got you. Let me ask you this: who invented orcs?
Oh, I don't know. J.R.R. Tolkien maybe.
How can everyone be using these orcs without licensing?
I think he gave it up for free, man.
Uh,
I think he was like, you know what? He created it and gave it to the world, like penicillin.
all right. So yeah, tower defense. I'm in. I'm in. What is that face?
Can I just say, it looks like the other house guests are about to get schooled.
You have a problem if I'm Kelsey?
Oh, you skipped the cutscene already?
Oh yeah.
Look, I mean, it's just the orcs walk towards you, basically. Yeah, you could be Kelsey. Kelsey was the most studious novice in the order. Sounds like someone I know. Main weapon, Max's souped-up blunderbuss. Special movement ability, levitate. I'll be Egan.
Up. Have you ever heard the saying "soup to nuts"?
I have. I don't know what it means at all.
I figured you know what it. But
It means like everything, right? Like if something's from soup to nuts, it's like. Oh God, I shouldn't have clicked accept on the. Do I want help with the basics?
You said yes.
I did, and then I thought it would just put stuff up while we were playing, but actually I'm just clicking through some stuff. Okay.
Okay.
I thought it just meant like everything. It means like from top to bottom. Hey, look, I had a question for you, and I apologize for getting off the soup to nuts thing so early.
Yeah.
You know, you watch a movie and there's always like an older gentleman, and he's got like the hood of his car up, and he's just tinkering.
Yeah.
What the heck is he doing, man?
He's checking the tubes.
Yeah, but like for how long? Like it always seems like they've been doing it for years.
You know what? I think like checking the tubes for an elderly person would be like us defragmenting a hard drive. You just like looking at the pieces unlocked, you know?
Yeah, okay, I understand. Hitting the
like,
degauss on your monitor.
Yeah, you know, you're not doing anything, but you like to look at it.
All right, so I'm gonna give you the basics right here, okay?
Okay.
This is the door. You can see the orcs come out of here. And in the top right, you can see that there's a map. So this is a super simple map. There's only one door. They walk down this hallway, and then they get to the... If they attack our blue cloud over there, they do damage to it. Or I think they go through it, and if 20 of them go through it, we lose.
Okay.
So what we got to do is you press, like, B.
Okay.
And you open up... It is a little Fortnite-ish. And we basically have, like, no special traps or anything, like, right now. So you only have these spikes that you can see on 2, and then like this wall arrow trap that you can see on 3.
Okay.
That costs you money. Our money is located in the bottom left corner. So we just want to place traps in such a way that they die. Now this is too easy to begin with. Like it's not complicated in the slightest, but it'll get there over time.
Okay. How do you feel about this placement?
I mean they can't make it through here without stepping on unless they it looks like a repentance room.
Oh, we'll see if they got it.
I think that like the only thing we really have to do here is like just spend basically all of your money.
Okay.
And then when they come through, they probably won't get killed by all of our traps, but then we'll just like attack them.
Okay.
So you got a left click and a right click, and your right click probably uses mana. Yeah, and then your mana comes back. Oh, dude, look at that though. I bet. Oh, you know what those are gonna do.
This looks like I mean, it feels like Fortnite.
I hate that I don't disagree, but I think you gotta... little known fact, it was inspired by Orcs Must Die too.
Okay. Tower defense. I'm in. Should we... I'm not gonna shoot. I just want to see him get yeeted.
That is half the fun. Like, once we get more traps, you can, like, really choose a strategy.
You hear the Sinvicta music coming in?
I do hear a little bit of it, yeah.
Wait. It was an instant death.
No. Like most of the time, you're gonna have to, use your own ability to kind of like pick up the scraps here. And the traps, they don't go off like constantly. They all have like cooldown timers. I think maybe you can upgrade them later. You do get extra points for a headshot, by the way, and do extra damage just in case you were just mindlessly clicking center of mass. Now, in some of these, you for some of these, you have some time, like you choose when the next wave comes, but for some of them, you don't. Some of them, it's just like, whenever they happen, they happen.
Does this game get hard?
Yeah.
It does?
It does. I usually what happens is you steamroll like the first, 7 or 8 levels, and then you encounter something where you're like, this is impossible. But you know what? Maybe two minds are better than one. I'm somewhat of an inflexible thinker from time to time. I think when I lose at something, my first inclination is let's do the exact same strategy again, but have it work this time. And don't know if that's the smartest play.
No, that's how you win. So I had a question for you about Twitch meta right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about. Also, before I go into Twitch meta, I want to how come sometimes things on Twitch are annotated with the word A? Like gambling is called Gamba, and then little brother stuff is called
Monka.
No, like Booba. Like what is that? Like
I thought that Gamba was kind of like, I thought it was the same way people say like anime, right? Isn't it Gamba is like the Japanese gambling?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe I'm totally incorrect on that, but I always thought it was the way. You could say like Japanese animation, but instead everyone says anime. Apparently that's totally wrong. So you know what? I appreciate the question. Now I've learned something new.
So my Twitch meta question for you is, what do you think about playing chess in an open air park? Would you do it?
I don't know. I have watched some of those streams, and I think it's fun. But I don't know. I don't know if it's the kind of content that I want to make. But I think I mean, when you're tied to chess, right? Like you got to do something. It's the same. It's been the same game for 600 years. It's not like they're gonna come out with like a new piece next week or something like that to juice your numbers. You gotta whatever you can do to get people excited and be creative about it. I think is cool.
But I'm saying, like, what did you just worry about, like, some sweat GM rolling up on you?
I wouldn't be worried about losing the game. No, I would be worried about
losing your life.
Yeah, I mean, just or. I prefer to interact with people who have no idea who I am for the most part, or people who know who I am but also like don't respect me that much, like my friends. I would be worried about like, oh, I've watched 12 hours of your video and I deliberately sought you out in Times Square. But I also I don't know, I could maybe be persuaded. Once Cash App's involved, like I mean, all bets are off the table, right?
What's your Cash App called?
Oh well, Simple Cash. Some of those referrals are still rolling in, and those are still gonna go to charity because I'm still waiting on the final paperwork to come through. But as soon as that donation gets sent off, that's money in the bank.
Wait, so after the donation, do you still have like a creator code for that, or is it over?
Yeah, like I mean, I think it's just people that go back and like they watch the VOD or something like that. Orange Justice. People that like go back and watch the VOD or something like that, they're like, oh, well, this is interesting, and then they sign up, and I still get a few emails now and then.
That's kind of nice. Do you like? So that's like Venmo in Canada.
Yeah, I would say it's Canadian Venmo. I think that's fair. Hold on, I'm just thinking like, so after every level, you can like use the skulls that you got to buy new stuff. Mm-hmm. And you can see, oh my god, there's so many. Some of them are like traps. Some of them are like new weapons. And I have no idea what like an alchemist satchel is. But I think I will try to buy, like if I could just find basic blockers or something like that, then we could start, or even Oh, I mean, you got to get a flip trap here. I mean, come on. And a jar of ghosts. Brim floor. I'm looking at chat's helping me out here too.
I'm buying a grinder, so don't buy the grinder.
Oh, okay. Oh, we can't get floor yet, but that's okay. You're gonna love the flips. I promise you that.
Okay.
I'll get some brimstone floor as well, and then you can also you can upgrade your stuff as well. I mean, there's a lot of systems here. We're early. So you got the grinder.
I should probably say I got this key for free. Sorry. Did you get it? Did you buy it or you get it for free?
Oh, you know, no hard feelings. I bought it myself for 33 Canadian dollars. It's
okay.
That's totally fine. It's not like I had a long-standing relationship with Robot Entertainment. Played the MOBA that they released for Orcs Must Die 3 or anything like that. No big deal.
Okay, I'm upgraded and ready.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll be in the same boat then.
This is it's like dopamine, controlled dopamine banter engine. Like we don't have to be super dialed in. We just got to click buttons.
No, it's good that it's co-op too because like some of these levels get real long.
Really?
Yeah. So it's good. So on this one, there's 2 doors. And I'm not trying to over-explain. It's just like this is a very core mechanic. So later on, like maybe from wave 2 or something like that, or wave 3, this door will also start spawning enemies.
Okay.
So I would say our, you know, we want to make sure we don't just YOLO the one side and ignore the other one, because that's how you can get into trouble.
Real quick, how do we get to our inventory again? Swap it. Remember?
B, I think.
B. Okay.
Oh,
right.
So we can only have like 3 traps right now, I guess.
Okay.
So what are you gonna roll with?
I'm gonna roll with. I have a ceiling pounder.
Okay, yeah, of course.
And a push wall.
A push wall. Okay, I think you're gonna love this. I'm definitely gonna take my flip trap, and I'm gonna take my brimstone floor, and I think I'll just take the spikes for something cheap, because as of right now, I don't have that much money. But check this out, Dan. Oh, there.
Let me. What does your flipper do?
They're gonna pop out of the door. They get on this, and then right over the edge. Although I gotta admit, I'm a little concerned they're actually gonna fly over to the other side, and then walk up. But we can test that.
Okay, I got some preventative measures in there that'll help.
Okay.
So if they go on the flip trap and they get a little something, they get turned into ground beef.
You know what? I'm completely okay with that.
Or should we put some stall to the left of it?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'll put like a little brimstone trap down there. I don't know what else. Oh, that's a push. That'll push them. They'll walk out, go onto the brimstone. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And then I'll just put one more of those there for now. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna hodl the rest of my money. You ready?
Okay, yeah. Let's send it.
Okay. And so we don't. The other one won't open yet. We don't.
Yeah, it'll give us like the lines of like where their path is coming. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
Let's.
Oh. Oh, even just the push itself is good enough to knock them off. I didn't know. That's cool.
I like it.
Yeah, they did make it through, but the flip is not flipping them to the other side. Oh, it's pretty sick.
Are they going in the drink?
Yeah, they're landing in the liquid hot magma.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. All right, now we can wait until our next wave, but they're coming out of the other door now. So
okay.
Let's see. I mean, we could even you could handle top, I could handle bottom, or vice versa, or whatever.
You want it? I think you send them here. I think you go first row, do your double sends.
Yeah, I think both of those that's pretty good. And I am out of money.
Okay. I'll give us a little stall tech.
Yeah.
All right, I'll watch up top.
Okay. Did you know that this was a Stadia exclusive for 1 year?
This Orcs Must Die 3?
It was a Google Stadia exclusive.
Okay, I have a question for you. Do you think the developers regret or are happy with that decision?
I bet that they got the bag. So the way I understand it, it's like the same as like Epic Store exclusivity. Like You know, you
need help.
Oh no, I'm doing. Don't even sweat it down here. You don't expect to necessarily like sell like crazy on the Epic Store. If you do, that's a dream. What you're really just excited about is that they gave you the bag up front. So your game is a success before it even goes for sale.
Risk-free bag.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, you alienate, like, you know, a certain percentage of your... I forget what game I was looking at on Steam, but it was like, I bought this before I realized that it used to be an Epic exclusive. And I promised myself I would never buy a game that was Epic exclusive. But I accidentally have, and now I can't refund it, so I'm giving it a negative review. I was like, you know... more
because they don't like Fortnite?
No, I think they disagree with the idea of paying for exclusivity.
Well, have they ever seen a movie at a theater?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna guess the answer for many of them is no. Quite frankly.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
I think there's a chance that the answer is no.
Okay, well that's fair enough. No, I mean, there's a lot of times when you give like a semi-hot internet take, I can say I understand and I get it. I don't get that one though. I don't get that one.
Oh, I'm glad you're taking the heat for me on this one.
Okay.
Oh, thanks for the grenade as well.
No problem.
Hey,
I got Easy Street up here with your Pog launchers.
Well, dude, I played so much Therpy that, like, it's just Headshot City down here. Like, even without any traps, I think I'd be totally fine.
It's the superior camera angle.
I'm glad that we have, like, two men of taste here that can just agree.
It's like, I know we're beating a dead horse, but PUBG, why buy cosmetics if you can't see them? You know?
Why buy cosmetics if you can't see them? Also, like... all this stuff that Malf and Apollo like complained about being bad about Therpy, I was like, that's why I like it, man. I love being able to see if there's somebody hiding behind cover without actually having to like get out from the cover.
I feel like it evens out the sweat. Like you can out peak someone without and beat a sweat lord in Therpy. In Therpy so. You can't.
I want Therpy in real life, man. You ever see like one of those cars where when you park it, it composites like a top-down angle of the car, so you can actually like see the sides of you when you're parked. Like it's like it gives you a video game angle of your car when you park it. I
saw it for the first time like a year ago. I'm like, or a couple months ago. I'm like, this can't be real. How do they do it?
Yeah, I think it's just camera tricks, but.
Oh. What you're saying? Sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was like, I want that for everything in real life. I want to be able to see all around me. I want to be able to peek my blind spots without even having to peek my blind spots.
Speaking of, how's walking traffic been in Vancouver?
It's pretty good. Can't complain. You know, nope. It has not rained here in literally like a historic amount of time. So I just keep telling myself I'm going to go for a walk every day until it rains, and then it just doesn't rain. So we're getting a lot of miles in.
You got new kicks?
I did. Kate bought me some kicks that were all leather.
Gucci?
No, not Gucci, but those are for her. But they're all weather. So now what that means is that even my sweat can't ruin them, which is rare.
Are they Adidas?
They're not. They're I don't know the name of the brand, but it's a special brand.
Asics?
Look. It's a brand that I had never heard of until I saw the shoe. So,
I wonder if it's like an Instagram brand.
I bet it is, honestly. She's been heavily into the Instagram advertising lately, getting all sorts of eclairs and profiteroles and.
What's profiteroles?
It's a cream puff, but I didn't want to say the word cream on Twitch for obvious reasons.
I had a follow-up question for you. What were you talking about before profiterole?
Shoes?
Before shoes. Oh, mileage.
Oh, yeah.
So, nicely done. Are you doing a dance?
Yeah, it gets me every time, man. That's so good. Wait, we didn't get 5 stars? 5 skulls? We're too slow?
Apprentice.
This
kind of feels like a mobile game without The microtransactions.
Yeah. I mean, I paid $30 for this, so and that's a macro transaction for me.
All right, what are you looking at?
I'm trying to buy floor barricade because it's like a core upgrade. But I don't think I have the ability yet. Also, there's just so much. Oh, barricade floor. I have to complete hidden dock. Oh, it just unlocks for free after a certain point then. Okay. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reduce the cost of my flippers. And then I'm going to reduce the cost of my flippers. And then I'm going to reduce the cost of my flippers. Look at that. Maybe get a ceiling. Oh, you got a ceiling trap. Yeah.
I bought the enemy from Home Alone. But don't buy that.
The enemy from Home Alone. You talking about you bought Joe Pesci?
No.
You bought Joe Pesci?
The furnace.
You bought Daniel Stern? Oh, that it pops out of the ground and goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Home Alone. Hey, speaking of Home Alone, have you ever heard of a show called Succession?
Yeah. Great,
have you watched it?
Great intro to Succession. Love that intro. I've seen like half of the first season. I think I would watch more. It seems good.
You know the one kid is Fuller?
From Full House?
From Home Alone.
Oh, sorry, from Home Alone, yeah. The one kid is Fuller.
The youngest son with the comb over and all the snide remarks.
Hold on. Oh, it's Kieran Culkin, right? It's Macaulay Culkin's brother.
How do you know his first name?
Bro, they're a very famous family, the Culkin brothers. Come on, Macaulay, then you got Kieran, and then you got Rory Culkin.
There's another Macaulay brother?
One of them was the kid from Signs that can't breathe well, and then remember they're in the root cellar, and he's like up against the grate, and then the alien claw comes out over his chest. It's like the first time you've seen the alien in the whole movie, and everyone's like, "What?"
In what movie?
Signs.
I never saw it.
You never saw Signs?
No.
Jeez.
No, you don't get to say that.
Dan, can I just ask you a question here?
Yeah.
There's no orcs coming out of this door.
Why?
not on this wave.
Oh, it's for the future.
Yeah, but why not?
We're future proofing it. Well, you know what it's like? It's like you putting money in an index fund, but why? Not for today, but for tomorrow.
Yeah, but this is like an index fund that like it doesn't even start tracking until 2022, and this is like, hey, this is the market right now.
I got you. I figured, that's when you leave your wallet at home and say, hey, can you spot me a 5?
Okay, fair enough. I don't think my flippers are going to be good here. I think because we're going to launch them like down to this area down here. I don't respect it. So instead, I'm going to check this out. You think this will work? Tar? Do you have money for tar?
I invested all my money in the 2024 retirement fund.
I'm thinking tar and then fire, and I'm hoping that's like a synergy. And then I'm also like, you know what? I mean, people might debate the usefulness of this. What if we flip them this way so that maybe they have to walk through the tar?
Ooh, I like it. I got a question for you. Walking on hot coals, real or fake?
Real. But
hurt or doesn't hurt?
I bet it hurts some. But I think it's one of those things where, like, if you just go fast enough and you, like, you lift your feet off without standing on them for any length of time. It's like before your brain recognizes it's hot, your foot's already off the coals. And then you're like, as. I think if you go fast, then you can do it with only mild discomfort.
I think there's some kind of tech where you literally don't feel anything. Like, not even a mild discomfort.
I mean, it would surprise me, but...
Really?
You've seen The Office. All I'm gonna say is if Pam Beesly can do it, I can do it too.
But Pam Beesly did it with no one watching. That's the difference.
I mean, I guess that's true. I'm not saying I would stream it, but maybe. Are they coming out? I mean, I guess you got to monetize it. So,
Oh, little
Dude,
babies.
They're getting freaking crushed by the brimstones. Little kobolds.
Talk about Cobalt like that.
Oh, you mean the best Isaac player in the world?
No, number one Isaac player in the world.
Okay.
Difference.
And it's probably, I don't know, it's probably true. He's better than me, at least. I don't know if he's the best in the world, but he's definitely better than I am.
But I have a 3,000 Eden streak, but I don't have any proof of it.
No, there's a couple, there's this guy Lars Fest on Twitch that I think he's streamed like a 900 Eden streak or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. Like there's some next level Isaac players like.
You imagine the pressure? Oh, 899 and little Chubb ends it. All right.
Okay, hold on. I got to do some math. Scary thought, right? Here's what I'm thinking. I love the idea of forcing them back into the maze here.
Okay.
Oh, they're not coming through this door. I almost, you know what? My mistake.
We could take, you know what? We could take this one off. We don't even have to shoot our gun. We've been prepped for this.
I don't
We've
know.
been putting away the money.
I do think you're gonna turn them into the hamburger, but you know, I just think like it's always nice though. Like after they make it through, just put down like some low cost spike traps here. You know?
Yeah, let's give him one of these. Do you think you're, and I don't want to put you on blast, but do you think you're a person that would enjoy mowing the lawn?
Yes.
So I'm inferring you don't have a lawn to mow right now.
That is correct, and I think I would, honestly.
But
you know,
just to...
Oh! The points. And that's, when you get like a combo like that, you get more score, and the score gives you like better upgrades, and you know, you can see the systems at play there.
That's why I save money for later. It's had a chance to work all the bugs out of it. Look at that,
Oh,
man.
that was easy. At least it's not quite over, but it's pretty over. Oh, one made it through.
No.
Ooh, Cobalt Runner. Oh, he got in.
There goes our 5-star Moody's
well,
and poor rating.
I think we were too slow anyway, because I take forever to choose what I'm doing. Oh, well. Yeah, I mean, honestly, so, like, you know, as we've had the baby, like, you know, I've opted to help out with a lot more housework, and I honestly, like, I enjoy it. Like, it's part of my weekend ritual now is on Saturday or Sunday, you know, vacuum, mop, clean the bathrooms, like, and, you know, you just put your headphones on, you listen to a podcast, and you're having a great time.
I will say something about the way you said mop. I'm like, that sounds like it's fun. Like, you have the mop where you're like, where it's like the shepherd dog's head and you're just slathering it all over the floor, or no? Do you have a different kind of mop?
No, I just use it like a Swiffer wet jet. You know, it's the tool of the millennial, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
I feel like the school janitor mop and bucket is a highly underrated tool.
I think it's annoying.
Why?
I mean, like I used to, when I helped out with the housework when I lived with my parents, they had like one of those bucket mop situations. It's so much more, it's probably better at cleaning, but it's so much more annoying than just using a Swiffer wet jet, man. Like, you literally, Swiffer wet jet, you just press a button and go the mop, you put the mop in the soap bucket, you mop, then you put it in the thing that squeezes it, and you like crank the handle to squeeze the water into the bucket. Like,
yeah, but that's like physical ASMR when you squeeze it and then you see all the dirt. Very don't you think that's satisfying?
Maybe it seems like kind of, it's like doing your laundry by hand, you know, like with a washboard or something. It just seems like to me it seems antiquated, but I'm not an expert mopper, you know. I'm a base metabolic rate mopper. I just do enough to survive. I'm a subsistence mopper.
What does based mean? I always use talking based.
Based is when you have an opinion that somebody in chat agrees with. Rather than saying I agree, they try to make it seem like not only do they agree, but you just have the best opinion, which makes you based.
See, when you say based, I think about that tool that people put in butter in it and then they dump it on a turkey.
A baster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand why.
But based means you have the best opinion and everyone agrees with you.
Yes. It feels good when people say based, but then you realize that they also, like, everybody will say based for something they agree with, so you can have a bad take and still get called based. So you got to worry about the gaslighting of basedness.
But what's good gaslighting called?
I don't know if there is good gas. Maybe it's just called, like, the truth.
No, but like if gaslighting is someone's like gassing you to like believe the opposite of what you believe, what's good lighting?
Is this like, is this the match game? Like, is there a right answer here?
No, I'm just asking. I feel like there is a real vocab term for that.
I don't. I mean, I guess it's, I don't know. Like when you lie to your friend to make them feel better about themselves. I don't know what that's called. Little white lie.
Oh.
Big Little Lies, starring Reese Witherspoon.
You ever seen Election?
I have, dude. That's a movie.
That's 10 out of 10.
Election, great movie. You know, directed by Alexander Payne. He went on to direct. He went on to direct Sideways and About Schmidt.
I've seen Sideways. What's About Schmidt about?
It's Jack Nicholson gets old.
Is that the one with the woman who wears the bowler hats and the sunglasses all the time?
That's Diane Keaton, I think.
Yeah.
That movie is called Something's Gotta Give.
Oh, okay.
That movie's okay. You know, it's kind of like a little boomer core, but it's not bad.
What's boomer core?
You know, it's like a movie, like it doesn't really make you feel anything but positive emotions, and you know.
That's called boomer core?
Yeah, you know, it doesn't challenge you at all, but you're like, oh, these are like, you know, actors I like in a pleasant film. Keanu Reeves is in it.
Boomer core.
Amanda Peet's in it. You remember there's the scene, he has like a heart episode, and the doctor's wheeling him away and is like, we need to know before we give you this, have you had any Viagra today? And he's like, what are you talking about? I don't need that stuff. And they're like, because if we give you this and you've had Viagra today, it might stop your heart dead. And he's like, I took it.
That's boomer core, I guess.
That's boomer core. You know, I can offend you some more if you want. You want some more boomer core?
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Dude, I gotta make sure. I'm trying to rack this. Oh, there's a TikTok. It said Forrest Gump predicted the future.
Okay.
So I've seen the movie once, like 100 years ago, but they showed this clip of him going to his mailbox, pulling out a letter.
Oh, is it with the Apple stock?
Yeah, and it's like this stock at the time was $1.14.
I don't think that's true. I think Apple went through multiple phases of pogging. It was a startup, then it pogged, then it decayed, and then now we're in like Super Pog City.
Apple decayed like around the iMac, right?
Yeah, hard plastic iMac, I think. Between the iMac and the first gen iPod, I think it was a little, you know,
I kind of feel like
special.
They're in lack of innovation mode right now.
Really? Because they just had their earnings call yesterday, and they sold 50% more iPhones than they were expected to.
but fine. That's fine if you just buy stocks on the profits of companies. What about what are they doing for me? what are they doing for me in innovation?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like what's in the future?
They're making their own chipset, and you know, they're not relying on chip manufacturers anymore. I don't know what that means. They were supposed to make the iCar as well. Remember that? They were supposed to partner with like Hyundai to make an iCar. So Dan, I'm gonna try something a little different here. Okay.
Okay.
Well, and someone in chat brought this up. What if, because there's two doors, what if, I think having a little softening at the door is nice, but what if instead of stacking the doors, we stack like the choke point where they're guaranteed to meet, thus our traps get that like double dip power, you know?
Oh, okay. Let me go sell my traps. That seems interesting.
So the only problem with it here is that the choke point only starts like 90% of the way through the level.
So we're definitely holding the bag and hoping that Epic Games bails us out with an exclusive purchase.
I think that if I understand what you're saying, yeah.
Okay. So where do you want to put them? Right near the blue donut.
Yeah, like maybe like here would be a good spot. The only problem, it's so close to the portal that I think we got to soften them up on the way.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like I can do a number on this bridge by just having like, you know, 2 flippers that flip them
Ooh.
off like this.
Okay.
And then if you could stack, because you got ceiling traps, right?
Yeah.
If you could stack like some spikes or ceiling grinders up here, we could see how it goes.
Okay.
And then we'll for this one, and it's a little, again, this is a little sweaty, but I think we should soften them up as they run in.
Okay.
So we'll just like kite them, like walk back, kite, walk back, kite, walk back, kite. Yeah. You got it. We got it. You got grenades. You soften them up. Like we should be.
Okay.
We should be okay.
I'm ready.
And then yeah, chat's like, be careful because like the fast guys could make it through, but I got I'll start putting down some brimstone traps, which I think one taps them.
I'm with you.
But I think yeah, I don't know. It depends what you mean by innovation. I mean, like, what do you want out of an iPhone at this point? Or are you like me and you're like, I don't know what I want until I see it, and then
I would say I want something that, and I'm not a latest and greatest tech guy, but I want something I don't even know what it is, like invented yet.
Yeah.
Like,
I got one for you. How about Bluetooth earbuds that you can plug into your phone so you don't lose them?
Okay, but I'm not willing to deal with the bulk for that.
You don't like the cord?
No, like the bulk of if they fit in seamlessly without making it thicker.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Because I lose my, what the heck is this? Oh, this is where they're coming. I lose my my Bluetooth earbuds 5 times a week.
Why don't you just put them back where you got them? Forehead.
I wear them to sleep, and then when
you wear your earbuds to sleep?
I wear one earbud to sleep, and then when I wake up in the morning, it's gone.
Aren't you worried about all the radiation going right into your ear helix?
Not at all. It does create what I would describe as too much wax buildup in my ear. I do feel like every day I'm like, this is way more earwax than one human being should have.
That's surprising me that you wear tech like that to bed.
I like to hear a bedtime story.
Then why don't you just take it out when the story's over?
Because then that would interrupt my sleeping pattern and cause me to not be able to get to sleep as easily.
So you do your bedtime routine, you pop in one ear.
Correct.
What are you listening to? Like ASMR?
Right now I'm listening to Daniel Graeber's 2 audiobooks, Bullshit Jobs, Little Brother spam in chat, and also Debt the First 5,000 Years. David Graeber, based.
Can you translate what those books are about?
They're like, I would say they're economic books with like a social foundation.
But doesn't that get your Pogs running when you're listening? Like,
no, because like he'll say something and I'll be like, oh man, that's like such a like based opinion. I gotta just go to sleep. I gotta sleep on that one, Dr. Graeber.
How come you don't read?
I do read, but you don't. I mean, you can read until you get tired, but I really feel like the foundation of my good sleeping habits are just falling asleep or tricking myself into falling asleep. So if I think about falling asleep, I can't do it. But if I just kind of distract myself for like 20 minutes, I'm gone.
That's fair. That's fair.
Different strokes for different folks.
See, like, my take on going to bed is, I really want to go to bed, I'll bust out the Kindle, because reading is resident sleeper.
Yeah, well, that's what it happens when you're reading, the stories of it, Admiral Thrawn.
Well, I know I don't read like books on like, the millionaire next door because then my blood will get pumping and you're
Right,
thinking,
yeah.
instead what I do is I read Star Wars books and they list all these aliens and I'm like, man, I wonder what that alien race is.
Oh,
I should
okay,
I should
yeah.
I should look it up on Wikipedia, but then I don't. Sorry, Star Wars wiki.
Wikipedia, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I actually like reading, but it's resident sleeper inducing.
I think
That makes
that's
sense.
actually like totally fair.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that statement. It's one of like the standard before bed habits.
Yeah, it's like
anything that doesn't have you like looking at a screen, I think.
it's like, some people drink what's that? Not they don't drink dopamine, but it sounds like dopamine.
Melatonin?
Yeah, they drink a bottle of melatonin. Like, let me help you out. Just read for a couple minutes. Your cup will be overflowing with melatonin.
Do you drink melatonin? I don't think
Yeah.
you do.
No, you do. The people drink melatonin.
I thought it was like a gummy vitamin type thing.
No, I've seen them in like electrolyte drinks.
Now you got my inner skeptic going because I'm like, I wonder.
No, I'm serious.
You think so?
Yeah, I've seen it at the gas station.
I don't think you should be buying those on a road trip. That's I just thought I bought G Fuel, accidentally got melatonin Gatorade. All of a sudden, I'm asleep on I-5.
Get out of there.
Oh man, this game's so easy.
That's what I mean.
Look at this. It's just
Looks
no
like
problem.
Looks like Stadia is a little kid's console. Is that thing still around or is it over?
It's still around, I think.
But
yeah, I don't think it has fulfilled the promise of what the people who wanted it to be good wanted from it. If that makes sense. I'm not a believer in like I believe in Game Pass. Like I think Game Pass is sick. And I've heard that like Apple Arcade is awesome. So I'm like a believer in those subscription services, but I am not really a believer in like cloud streamed gaming quite yet.
Because of technical limitations?
Technical limitations for sure. Also, I'm like, I don't know, like internet speeds, the thing for me is as they get higher, I'm like, why wouldn't I just download it then? Because, like, if my internet speed is so good that I can stream it without downloading it, like, why wouldn't I just take the 10 minutes to download it? And then if my internet has a hiccup or something, I'm not toasted.
Did you pre-order or get in the raffle for the Gaben handheld?
No, I was actually, I don't remember why. Maybe I was like, I had something I had to do, like maybe baby related. And by the time I came home, the website was just like screwed. Like
Mashed.
Steam was like, yeah, we're not even. It was, and then it was like, it's gonna be. I don't mind like pre-ordering something that's gonna be delivered in like 3 months. But then it was like delivery is Q1 2022, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll just never get it instead.
That is like in 3 months.
Q1 2022?
Yeah.
No, it's like it could be as many as like 9 months away.
Oh, you're saying that it could be the rear of Q1.
I mean, if it comes out January 1st, it's still like 6 months away, basically. And
I thought it was
wanted
cool,
it in
but
my hands.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, if Gaben would be interested in paying me interest on the deposit, then we could start to talk about that.
More enemies on the way.
My thing is like, I liked it, but everyone in chat was talking about Stream Deck. I'm like, I already have one of those.
Oh, you mean like the Elgato?
Yeah, I'm like, they couldn't come up with a different name than that. Like if they called it like Gaben's handheld, I would know what that is more than Steam Deck.
Yeah, I'm not that inspired by the name, but that's okay. You don't play the game on the name. You play. I'm firmly like I am in the demographic that would completely get use out of it. Because I don't want to be in my office after like 9 p.m. But sometimes I still want to play games, so I go out and play like Rocket League on the Xbox. What I could do instead, I could be out here playing, Orcs Must Die 3.
Dude, or you could be playing?
What?
Tarkov.
I guess, you know. Now, you ever wonder why it takes you so long to load into interchange? Just wait till the Steam Decks start getting out there. I mean, they're like reasonably good hardware, but you know, Tarkov's a different beast, I think.
So Ryan and I were talking about a little bit yesterday what games to play today. I gotta say, the one I threw out to you, I was shocked you would be even consider playing it.
Oh, I mean, I don't have a problem like spoiling that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dan suggested New World, which I've never really played a MOBA or sorry, an MMO before, but I was open to it. Like people seem to be pretty positive on it so far. You know, right now it's just in beta, so we'd only be getting a little slice of it, I guess. But either way, I was like, you know, I'd put down the pre-order just to see what it's all about.
See, I thought for you MMOs were like a do not even ask.
So you now that we're just tearing back the veil here, you deliberately suggested something that you're like, I'm gonna suggest this, but there's no way he could possibly be.
No, it would be like asking you to play Tarkov. I'm like, it'd be cool if he said yes, but I wouldn't bet that he's gonna say yes.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fair.
More enemies on the way.
I mean, literally for me, it would just be sating my curiosity because I don't even really know like what goes on. I watched Jay play like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, it seems like it's a MOBA, but it's like harder fantasy. Like you're kind of like you're like a real person, and you're like cooking stuff, or you're not like like an orc or something like that. You're like just a person.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But I've never heard it called as hard fantasy, but you know what? Now I will.
You know, it's like hard like Star Wars is like soft sci-fi, where they're like, yeah, it's a beam of light attached to a sword. And then, you know, stuff like The Expanse is like hard fantasy, where it's like, we don't have enough, you know, benzene to get to, you know, the surface of the sun. Goes more into like the nitty-gritty, the machinations.
You may have just offended all the Star Wars fans in the area.
They know, dude. There's
the ion cannons are out of midichlorians.
And then, excuse me, how is it that they used the ship to crash into another ship, and that's never been done? Like, why wouldn't the Empire just be creating a series of smaller ships to ram into rebel ships? And also, why is there sound in outer space when they shoot the photon torpedo? Anyway, you get the idea. You ever see The Expanse, by the way?
I haven't.
Dude, it's pretty fun. I think
Isn't
you might
Josh
hate it.
Holloway in it? Is Josh Holloway in it?
No. Thomas Jane is in it. Josh Holloway's the guy from Lost, right? Sawyer?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I think we're the best orc players of all time.
Oh, I can already tell what the what that tone means. That tone is let's get the MOBA game going.
What do you mean?
It was good. Like I had fun, but also
Yeah.
I'm itching for a little bit of a Pokemon MOBA as well.
Yeah, no, I think this is great at what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even, sometimes I consider myself a student of Danglish. When you say it's great at what it is, I think a lot of people are going to be like, he hates it. That was true when we played Muck.
No, I like Muck.
On this one, I'm like, I think that he actually enjoys it. It's just like, he's like, we could get a little bit more spice from the MOBA.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It's a good game. It's like, do you like tower defense? I think that's the question.
Because I think when you talked about Muck, you were like, it's good for what it does, and you know, if your parents won't buy you Minecraft, then you could always play this instead. This one, you're like, it seems like it's great at what it's doing. Maybe it's not 100% up my alley.
Yeah,
maybe it's 80.
It's like, no, I'd say it's like 20%, but it was still fun. But it's still fun.